saya hormati Bapak Mr. Cahya kusuma, S.pd M.A selaku dosen pengampu reading text di Universitas Alama Ata Yogyakarta, dan tidak lupa juga teman-teman yang saya sayangi. Tak lupa kita haturkan salawat serta salam kepada baginda kita Muhammad SAW yang telah membawa kita dari zaman kegelapan hingga zaman terang benderang seperti ini. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to resume a book in order to fulfill the final semester achievement, accidentally life and teaching of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Arabian Sea and the book of Eden to the south east and the rivers. Arabia being a very hot and dry country, one of it is desert. There being no dependable federation, which is necessary of agriculture. This space line about 1,000 kilometers wide and about the sum in length is neither turtle nor cultivable land. The original home of the same place is the only exception in that it is fertile and enjoy a tiny seashore. Due to the lack of vegetation left, or can be only that of the shore. Arabia before Islam. The only means of transportation is indispensable for a desert life demands countless movement. In such an infertile country where no agriculture has this vast land about 1,000 kilometers wide and about the sum in length is neither fertile nor cultivable. Arabia before Islam. Camel, the only means of the transportation, is infeasible for a desert life demands continuous movement. In such an infertile country where no agriculture has before been possible, the only produce is that in the context of this civilization, human has always been very developed in terms of agriculture. This water is gathered in a patrician meter wide valley between two mountains by control a dam with gates at the northwest point in the valley. Then this water is divided into many streams and spread over a wide area of plains. The fertility of their land has gone on increasing, and the people of Yemen have become very powerful. Makkah is founded at the spring spot of Zamzam. Both Mecca and Medina were, and still are, island in a sea of desert. Situated in a valley, Mecca is one of the oldest cities in the world. Mecca since ancient times was an important center of the caravans coming from the south with valuable merchandise. From here is from it was taken to the markets of Syria, Egypt, and many of the plains on the back of camels. At Makkah, agriculture not being possible, the city therefore on camels. Makkah became an important trading center because of the sanctuary, the Kaaba, to visit which people came from place far and near. Its geographical position was very good from the point of view of trade, in being situated at the crossroads of the roads from Yemen to Syria and Abyssinia to Arabia. So the nomads come to Makkah from all sides. So Makkah became a religious as well of as a financial center. By the time the Prophet conquered Makkah, we find many influential traders who were adept and doing business with different parts of the world. Arabian Peninsula the because of its weather resort and strong administration. Makkah being a religious country with greater influence on the account Kaaba, which had been built by Ibrahim and Ismail. The Arabs of the north are considered Arab al-Mustarabiyah, Arabized Arabs, Ariba, original or two Arabs. Arabs of Asian South Arabia or Emirate kingdoms. The completely true Arab descendants of Aram, son of Sim, son of Noah are called the Arab al-Ba'ida. The lost Arabs, this identity having been submerged in that of other peoples, the progeny of Ismail were known as Mustariba or naturalistic. Makkah by an ancestor of renown called Kuisi, who displaced the province inhabitants, the Kuzza. The location of Makkah in important caravan routes across the this together with their descent from the Kinana and Ismail gave them claims to an aristocratic preeminence. The Prophet Muhammad was the Banu Hashim clan of the Quraysh, who lived in the vicinity of the Kaaba and enjoyed great honor and prestige in Arabia. These clans were divided into families. Besides the Arabs, there were also Christian and Jews who lived in Arabia, Medina. In Arabia, there are two different geographical types of soil markedly different from one another, the oasis and the desert. The leaflet in the leaflet in tents and browsed goats, camels, and horses. In the desert, the basic unit of life is not the state but the tribe. The Bedouins attached the great importance to total freedom for the individual as well as the tribe. But this was not the case with the city dwellers. They attempted important not only to freedom but also to peace, security, and prosperity. Another feature of tribal life is the belief in absolute equality. All the members of the tribe are treated equally. This is because of the influence of the bishop. With the freedom of its first limited expenses, it was considered as a prerequisite for the individual to be able to defend himself and his tribe. The, noma- the nomadic life is based upon stock breeding, especially the breeding of camels. These areas become a paradise for camels as they provide the best pasture. But with the coming of summer, the pig pasture vanishes. Till then, then the nomads move on in search of those green grass in order to feed themselves, as well as their camels. Then there are some wells which provide water for the camels. The milk of the camel is the of teeth of the nomads along with dates, which are obtained from the cases. The oases that are found in Medina are near the mountains. The Arabs followed the religion of Ibrahim for some generations, but their later generation tended to divide from the strict path sought to them by Ibrahim and become idolaters. At the time of the birth of the prophet, the whole of Arabia had taken to idolatry. Some of the tribes worshipped stars and planets, some turned idols, and thus the Kaaba, which had been built for the worship of God, became a center of idolatry among the Arabs. Lords were drawn to the cable and important matters. The Quraysh were the most influential tribal in Mecca. The name Quraysh is derived from a word which means to trade. The characteristic of the Arab people Islam emerged in a region now as Egypt, inhabited by the descendants of Ismail and Banu Kinna. This was responsible for producing in them the qualities which the Arabs call murwah, manliness, which mean to the acknowledging the truth, speaking nothing but the truth, fulfilling promises, honoring obligations, supporting the oppressed, boldness, noble character, patience, generosity, and hospitality. Islam. They were they were enabled to perform great feats. Those those who were good people in the day of ignorance will also be good people during Islam. When this high level of humanity was combined with the truth of one's abundant wanted to root a woman who was all alone in her and decorated with jewelry. He stood, he stood at the door and commanded her to take off all her jewelry and hand it over to him. While the woman was taking off the jewelry, the man stood at the door with his back towards it so that he did not get sight of the woman while she was taking off the jewelry. This Arab, these Arabs had not been idol worshippers since ancient times, so there was no ideology behind this idol worship. It was just of a superficial nature, having no depth ideology or philosophical truth. For instance, once an Arab wanted to take revenge for his father, so he went to an idol called Tul Khalasa for giving wrong. But the answer that come for the idol was not in the affirmative. It was a tall idol and was converted in blood to the sacrifice made to Eve. One saying decide the camels were frightened and ran away. Of these Asian Arabs, there were a sizable number who were known as Hanif. These people were truth seekers and they shunned idolatry, they life and love social life. This descriptions of the Asian Arab and their moral qualities had a close affinity with Islam. These people true in nature, whereas if potential converts of Islam. Prophet of Islam began his preaching in 610 days Hanif took no time in responding to his call and become his devoted companions. Abu Bakar ibni Abi Quhafa being one of Hunafa. What distinguished the Arabs from others was that they Arab from others was this they could not afford to reject a truth when it had become clear to them. These Arabs were the living people who were selected by God to lend full support and full support to his final prophet so that he might ful- fulfill the divine mission. Through the life of the Prophet Muhammad, Makkah in 570, Makkah to destroy Ka'bah. Makkah was then inhabited mainly by the tribe of Quraysh. In those times, this tribal enjoyed great prestige all over Arabia and the neighboring countries. For Makkah was a flourishing trade and religious center. Muhammad was still in his mother's womb when his father Abdullah died. Abdul Muttalib, his grandfather, who was in Ka'bah at that time. The grandfather was overjoyed and the news for he loved Abdullah, Muhammad's father, very much. The grandfather gave him the name Muhammad, meaning the praised one, as was the pride of the Makkah nobility. He was handed over to a wet nurse Kalimah al-Sadli who belonged to the Banu Said tribe. This custom is still practiced among Makkah aristocracy.